There's only one, and that is me. And I hold every number in the game, the highest gate, the highest pay-per-view of the new era, the highest attended weigh-ins, the highest viewing figures on Fox, the highest subscriptions on Fight Pass. Every single record I have at 27 years of age. So I am running the numbers game.
This is my 15th fight in the UFC. I'm over here looking at this guy. I know a show pony when I see one. And that's what Colin, whatever is like, you know, Conor McGregor, I know that's what he is. Yeah, Conor McGregor. I see this guy walking around looking all GQ, flying to this place, flying to that place. I'm like, and then he's calling out my teammates, talking crap about Nick Lentz, talking crap about Dustin Poirier. It's like, those dudes will run through you. You just couldn't, you didn't finish a 21-year-old kid with 8 MMA fights, and you're talking about being a top 10 contender. You haven't even tested yourself against no kind of fighter, especially not one like me, so you can get out of here.
Is that a fight you'd like to possibly take?
Yeah.
There's an evolution that is just super apparent, but it's the same mentality, and I think, and I mentioned this with Conor too, I'd rather fight Conor like sooner than later if I were anyone. I think, and I mentioned this with Conor too, I'd rather fight Conor like sooner than later.
Second fighter in the UFC other than Kenny to fight in 4 divisions. Why 145?
One word, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor. You know, he rubbed me wrong since the very beginning. That before he even fought in the UFC, he was disrespecting the UFC, disrespecting the fighters, and it always rubbed me wrong because this is a guy, you know, who didn't earn his keep, and he was disrespecting us, disrespecting me, disrespecting all the guys who paved the path for him to be making millions of dollars. You know, the guy's making a lot of money. I'm glad he brings a great country. He brings a lot of talk. He brings a lot of arrogance to the cage, and it's something I stand against. And when I seen him, a guy my size, making the weight at 145 and doing it correctly, I said, well, look, it can be done. It's going to be very difficult. It will be a challenge, and but look, with great sacrifice comes great reward. The guy has been fighting guys that are a lot shorter, a lot smaller, and like he said in interviews, the guys don't hit hard compared to some of the guys I've fought in the past at 70, at 55, or even at 85. And so I just feel being at 145 is gonna give me a lot of advantages. First of all, having a longer reach. Second of all, being a taller fighter is just going to completely change up my style and open up a lot of doors for different techniques and a whole different style.
All right, let's get down to business. Obviously, you called out Conor McGregor. You said, hey, you know, why don't you fight a real guy, a real fighter who has a lot of expertise in wrestling, and you most certainly have it. So, do you think this is going to happen, and what do you think you're going to bring to the table against McGregor, knowing that you have this wrestling background? And, I mean, hello, you've been a #1 contender, for the God's goodness sake. You fought Jose Aldo, the champ.
Yeah, the whole Conor McGregor thing, like, I don't hate the guy. I don't have anything against the guy. But every single reporter asked me about him, so I'm like, you know what? I want to stop the talk. I don't want to be asked about him anymore, so let's have a fight, you know? And I do think that the UFC is matching him up with people that play well into his style. You know, they match him up with strikers. They don't match him up with anybody who's really going to pressure him to take him down. And I don't think he has any wrestling, you know. I think that's the one hole in his game that everybody needs to see. And as soon as he fights a good wrestler, everybody's going to see that. And I want it to be me. You know, I want to be the one to put an end to this whole thing and to quiet him down and to humble him.
Mas dá vontade de lutar contra o Conor. Também tem uma influência de querer fazer o máximo de dinheiro possível nessa reta final da carreira.
De dinheiro, né? Eu quero realmente me testar com ele. Eu acho que ele é um grande atleta e tem uma habilidade que é muito boa, apesar de meu foco estar sendo o meu atual adversário agora. Mas eu gostaria de me testar com ele sim, até porque eu nunca consegui. Nunca lutei no peso abaixo. Eu lutei quando eu era mais jovem, né? Eu lutei no chutô com 73 quilos, se eu não me engano. Então, eu acho que, assim, pra mim, pra eu me testar, seria uma luta interessante.
Na sua audiência em Nevada, você citou que um amigo seu tinha fornecido.
Yeah,
Do they? I don't know if they do. You know, I feel like I've been saying it after every post-fight interview. I'm calling Dana out, everything. I mean, shit. Last night he told me I'm getting it. So yeah, he said it at the press conference. I'm next in line. Then I just seen him outside the cage. Conor's going up. We don't know what we're gonna do. It's enticing him to keep around 45. You know, he's got one more challenge, and that's me. You know, I think I'm the guy to throw him at this point.
It's a very short title reign, is what you're predicting for.
Yeah. Yes, very short title reign.
Thanks, Frankie.
I don't care about that motherfucker at all. To me, I beat that dude 3 years off the couch. I don't really care about him. There's so many other fights that are extremely important. There's 145. The belt is up for grabs. The interim belt in Notorious. Who knows? Notorious could get hurt. Conor McGregor could get hurt after this fight with Diaz and then be out for, 6-7 months, and then they need to fight somebody to get the interim title. I'm willing to jump in there and fight for the interim world title and bring two belts together. Why not? 145, I would do that in a heartbeat. That's a much more fun, much bigger fight than anything near TJ Dillashaw. I can move up to 45 and be very competitive. Yeah. I'm extremely hard to hit. I'm quick. I fought at 45 before. I'm down for it.
Cruz. No, you know, I like Conor McGregor, but he come on 55. For me, it's smashing. No problem. For me, it's smashing. No problem. He's striking guy. I like him. I think he can beat Jose Aldo, maybe finish him. But a lot of people think Jose Aldo beat him. But my opponent, I think he kill him. But if he come on 55, welcome.
Do you like his trash talk?
I don't know. His trash talk is no bad, and he know how make money, everything, and 5-0 in UFC, 4 finish, and these guys know easy money. But if he come on 55, welcome.
This guy to the right of me is the best in the division, so to be able to come out with a win over him, and before him was Pettis, and before him was Gilbert. These are the best guys in the division. I'm not taking on top 15 top, so I would ask Dana White, please, to give me an easier fight like Conor McGregor. I just fight like Conor McGregor. I deserve that. I've been fighting the best guys, so I would like a gimme fight. So Conor, I'm more than welcome that.
Mr. McGregor, if you wanna come to lightweight division, this is my division, man. It's better to stay on featherweight division. I would fight you in Brazil. I would go to Ireland and face you there. Wherever I want, man. I'm here to stay.
Of the story that was put out of you saying that you want to try an MMA fight, that you feel you would do well against Conor McGregor. What do you make of all that, and were you serious about that?
I was serious about that. You know, MMA fight for me. I mean, I am a co-owner. I'm a co-owner of a company called Super Fight League, SFL in India. So, you know, MMA one day, if it comes to my doorstep and they ask me to have a fight in there, I would do that. I mean, it's always trying different things, and having the speed and the skill set, definitely for me, going into MMA would not be a problem.
Let's start with Conor McGregor, because that sounded like Floyd Mayweather. You said you started that rumor yourself. So that sounded like you were looking for a little attention, no?
Well, it's really not a rumor. The fight may happen. You know, we really don't know as of right now. But do I think the fight will happen? Absolutely.
Really? Are we talking a boxing match or an MMA match?
With the A side, of course, it has to be a boxing match, because most fights that Conor McGregor won inside that, you know, inside the octagon, he was a stand-up guy. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a tough fight for me. So we don't really know as of right now, but it's been a lot of talk, and hopefully we can make the fight happen.
Full performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for, motherfucker. I'm gonna fight your fucking ass. You know what's the real fight? What's the real money fight is me, not these clowns that already punked at the press conference. You want to see that? You know you beat them already. That's an easy fight. You want that real shit right here. Hey, and
unfortunately, you can't talk like that on Fox. Congratulations, mate, on a spectacular victory.
Yeah, I said right now your boy poppin', so you know them shorties riding the wave.
one, and that is me. And I hold every number in the game, the highest gate, the highest pay-per-view of the new era, the highest attended weigh-ins, the highest viewing figures on Fox, the highest subscriptions on Fight Pass. Every single record I have at 27 years of age. So I am running the numbers game.
This is my fear. I see this guy walking around looking all GQ, flying to this place, flying to that place. I'm like, and then he's calling out my teammates, talking crap about Nick Lentz, talking crap about Dustin Poirier. It's like, those dudes will run through you. You didn't finish a 21-year-old kid with 8 MMA fights, and you're talking about being a top 10 contender. You haven't even tested yourself against no kind of fighter, especially not one like me, so you can get out of here.
Is that a fight you like?
15th fight in the UFC. I'm over here looking at this guy. I know a show pony when I see one. And that's what Colin, whatever is like, Conor McGregor, I know that's what he is. Yeah, Conor McGregor.